You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again, and you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
The world of Zomboid mods is a wide and varied place. You've got your small quality of life mods, you've got your big dramatic overhaul mods, and you've got mods in between the two. But today we're covering the wild and wacky side of the workshop today with a wild wasteland of out there mods that range from a silly bonk noise, or they may give you crazy weapons, to the downright stupid such as giant loaves of bread and spoons. Whatever silly shit you want to spice up a run, we'll be covering it today. Now before we begin, I want to thank Katophoenix for today's artwork and thank all of y'all for the support on all the videos and live streams. I'm glad y'all are having fun. Now let's dive into the first mod, shall we? This next mod is quite cheesy, and I mean it's really bad. But personally, I think it's pretty good. But let's keep this brief. This is the cheese car mod by Authentic Peach, and this mod replaces several cars with cheese cars. You don't have to worry about your car getting filled with holes as this one's already Swiss, but it is sure to drive a wedge into any horde. Puns aside, this is a cute, speedy little car mod. It's definitely a good example of the wacky sort of things you'll see from the workshop. I love that the vehicle mechanics screen's even a proper cheese wedge with markings for the parts, and not just a generic vehicle outline. Great attention to detail, Peach. I'm glad you decided to bring your wacky vision to life for all of us to enjoy. I'd also like to point out there's 3 versions included with the mod to fine-tune just how much cheese you want in your life. We all know and love the Cheems meme. All the horny gets bonked. Well, now it's in Zomboid. Let me introduce the Bonk mod by Jammies, with a sweet, sweet bonk noise that'll play either sometimes but louder, or if you're feeling real silly, it'll play with every single head smash. This is the one I personally chose, because if you're gonna go silly, you may as well fully commit, right? Basically, this is that iconic bonk noise, now added for caving in zombies' heads. It's so simple, but just so damn funny. Bonk, 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 bonk. You get a bonk, you get a bonk. All you get, bonks. And then you go to horny jail. Nice work, Jammies. You definitely gave me a few good chuckles today, and definitely gave my stream some chuckles. Did somebody order the world
extra thick?
If so, then let me introduce the Thicc Items mod by Aaron Redfire. This mad lad has taken most of the 3D models in the game and blown them up in size to absolutely hilarious proportions. While not the most practical of mods, it could definitely make some games with hide and seek interesting, as I was hiding inside of a soap bottle for a while. This mod definitely got a chuckle out of me. The first time I went into a house, I just saw a giant soap bottle and sponge sitting on the sink. While the novelty wears off quick, it's certainly a fun thing to mess around with. Do you need a giant spoon to go with your giant bowl from the earlier mod? Well, let me introduce the Comically Large Spoon mod by FHQWH Gads. This mod is exactly what it says. A comically large spoon that's rare to find, but goddamn does it provide a beatdown. If you want this, you'll have to check kitchens or food stores and food-related storage containers. This thing fights a lot like a sledge, so it hits hard, crumples zombies easily, but it burns stamina like mad, and because it's so big, it bloodies up nicely, so eventually your spoon will become red until you clean it. Kinda like those old Star Wars lightsaber spoons you would get in a box of cereal back in the 2000s. Do you have an inherent distrust of the government and more gravel than you know what to do with? Then you may just be Dale Gribble, and you may have an interest in this close-range personal defense technique. Let me introduce the Pocket Sand mod by Dark Moriarty. This mod, using 1/4 of a bag of gravel, will give you a close-range smoke cloud to throw at your enemies. and give you a small window to escape. It's more effective on people than zombies, but it's still a cool little mini smoke bomb effect that isn't locked behind any profession, magazine, or skill. Just find a bag of gravel, pull some out, and boom, smoke cloud for you. Overall, it's a simple but fun and somewhat useful mod. Really, the only limit's in how you can think to use it. This mod, well,
It just works.
thanks to Michael Chickson, you too could channel your inner Todd Howard and force people to buy new copies of Skyrim, even if it requires you to cave their skull in with an axe, steal their wallet, and leave the copy of the game on their corpse. This mod's extremely easy to use. Get a piece of paper and a rubber band, and boom, you too can craft a Todd Howard mask. Go forth, make people play Skyrim until they're sick of it. Hell, even force them to play an Alexa version. Honestly, I could see this mod being fun on a server. Maybe you just make a clan of raiders who roleplay as Todd Howard, subjecting everyone to your DLC in the form of bullets. You ever wonder what happened to Kate after the old demo? Well, thanks to Dark Moriarty, we may have the answer. That's right, Baldspot pulled a James from Silent Hill 2 and smothered his wife to death. And now her vengeful spirit haunts these little bundles of cloth and stuffing. To exorcise her evil spirit, you must right-click the pillow and choose to make contact with Kate's spirit. Once done, place it in the oven and bake the hell out of it, while her demonic speech rings out. Once complete, right-click again and place it down wherever you want something destroyed and run like hell. That's right, the pillow's become an incendiary bomb and it's gonna blow. This is a silly way to get a hold of something that would normally only be available to engineers. So if you want to set some hordes alight, give this demonic pillow a shot. I think we got a good showcase of some wild and wacky mods, some big booms and some small but silly ideas shown off here today. Personally, I'm a big fan of the Bonk and Cheese Cart, both of which amused the shit out of me. I mean, how can you not be happy driving a giant wedge of cheese down the street, only to get out and smush a zombie's head in and hear that iconic bonk noise as you crack their coconut? This should definitely bring some lighthearted humor to your runs and give you something wacky to do. Maybe toss in your mod load just to spice things up. Now, I'd like to once again thank the lovely Katophoenix for her fantastic artwork. I'd like to thank y'all for all the support. Seriously, I could not be where I am without y'all. So thanks a lot. This has been Core, and I'll see you next time.